my name is Carla Shaw. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for London City Schools, starting my second year in this role. But I've been with the district in one way or the other for starting my 7th year. So when we look at total rewards, we wanted to start with what do we already do? So what do we already have in place? We don't need to reinvent the wheel. What's working and what's not working. Make little tweaks here and there because nobody wants to go through a ton of changes all at the same time. That's not good for any staff member or any student. So what do we already do and what works? So we start with some basic surveys. We start with real life conversations. Our superintendent held some summer sessions last summer, inviting different teams to have lunch with us. So we sat down, we ate lunch, we heard what they said, and then we tried to make adjustments accordingly. We also did a formal staff survey that also went out last fall. We had that feedback. It gave us so much data to come through. So we were able to pick out some things that we heard the staff that was a consistent message. We like to work a little backwards too. So what works well for our older staff that's been around for a little while, we appreciate them. We want to make sure that we hear what they're saying. And then all the way down to what our new staff is saying. So that's when you start to look at your onboarding process. Where are your forms? Is it easy for them to access? Can we switch to single sign-on for a lot of our programs so you don't have to remember so many passwords? Can we look at increasing the hourly rate of staff members that are working outside of their contracted hours? We provide breakfast for our staff members in all of our buildings, so they get to have coffee and pastries. So that's one less thing that they may have to worry about in the morning that they can enjoy. Clean facilities, nice facilities, something as simple as there aren't enough staff restrooms in every school. So let's make the staff restrooms nice. Let's make them smell nice. So let's make sure that we're treating our staff members the right way. But you do have to put yourself in staff members' shoes. So what would I want if this was my classroom? What would I want if this was my building? Would I want information earlier, later? How would I like to be communicated with? And to put yourself in their shoes where the information is not all in different places. So they can go to one website, the staff website, and they can find all the links to how to put a work order in, how to log into any kind of learning platform that we offer. It's all right there. They don't have to bookmark as many things. And sometimes Google Drive can be a mess for everybody. So making sure that we have ways for them to find what they need. It's a simple little thing, but what I'm most proud of is just updating our staff website, really putting all of those things into one area. When people have questions, it's not going to be during the school hours when we're all available to answer them. It's going to be in the evening when they're talking to their spouse or their partner and they're talking to their children or talking to their parents. They have questions. There's a place that they can go and try to find the answer. I think truly evaluating what you already have, what you already do. Really write it down on paper or put it up on your whiteboard. What do we have? What is successful? What is not? How many hits do you get on your staff website? How many teachers take advantage of your tuition reimbursement? What kind of programs do you have for your staff members that are out there in the community that they might not even know about? A lot of that stuff has already been laid out for you. So can you improve upon those? Go through your list. Get rid of the waste. If there's, so many steps on, they have to see this person, and this person when they're getting hired, that might be too much. It's a little overwhelming. Can we condense some of those processes? So evaluate what you already have. Listen to your staff, get that feedback on what they think. not just one person in all buildings, in all areas, and then model yourself a little bit after other schools. It's okay to ask other districts, what are you doing? What works well? What can we bring? What can we take away? Sharing those ideas with other people, and then trying the implementation process, but being transparent with your implementation process. We're listening to you. We're going to try this. It might be a little bit of a bumpy road, and we are going to have we're going to have as much success as we can, but, there might be some trial and error to it. Our superintendent sends out a weekly message to his staff, has lots of information in it, where you can find things, upcoming events. Our building principals do the same. That is specific to their building. So that goes down on that level. And that way we know what events are coming up. All of our staff members get into our athletic events for free. Maybe they don't know when they are. So if we're reminding them they're coming, they're there for the kids, but they don't have to pay to be there for the kids. So that's important too. So we want them to show up, be present, but we're not charging them to be present. So that's always a great way of communication. Another good example is this summer. People want to be in their classrooms in the summer. They want to get ahead. They want to make sure that they're ready for the upcoming school year. But with cleaning, organization, sometimes that's not possible depending on the projects. A weekly update went out. I sent out a weekly update to say, these areas are closed. Don't be in these areas. These areas are now open. Welcome back to the building. Your area is ready to go. If you need something, put a work order in. We'll be right on top of it. So letting that communication piece of informing them of what's going on, even in the summer, not just the building's closed, because as a teacher, it's still your job, it's still your classroom, it's still your area. We had our new staff orientation this week, and we told our staff, when we're in your classroom, it's not just to do your evaluation. We want to see good teaching and learning. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to post them on our website. I want to celebrate your success as a staff member as well as the student's success. Invite me to your classroom. If you're doing something super cool, I want to come see it. You're doing a lab that you're proud of. I'm proud of you that you're proud of it. Let's showcase it. Steps in the right direction are okay. We say that with our students and learning, show progress every day, If we're able to do that for our staff members, it's just going to increase, their happiness, they're willing to be here, and that just trickles down to kids. Happiness is important. Loving where you come to work is important. Making sure that you're reminding your staff that we're here for the students, and everybody will be happy. So ultimately in education, that's what we're here for. We're here for our students. If we can build those relationships stronger, better, it's just going to help the students.